Okay, so first thing is first, I do need to apologize in advance for jumping straight to the step that I've jumped straight to. That sounds great. Give me a minute. Alright, quick testing. See what it's doing. Okay, so, first of all, I have to apologize for jumping straight to the step that I've jumped straight to. I was going to shoot a video of this, and then I got so tied up in getting it done that I completely forgot to shoot the video, so, oh well, we're here now. This is a process. Claims to be an AMD Athlon 64, but obviously if you take one quick look at it, you'll see that that's definitely not the case. Because, number one, that's an Intel CPU cooler. This is actually a completely different motherboard from what would have been in here originally, and probably from what would have been with the Athlon 64 board as well. I highly doubt this was an Athlon 64 when it was new, but it could have been, you never know. That said, this is an Asus P5K SE/EPU, which as far as I know, the EPU basically means it's got some energy efficient features, which will make this great for the server that I am planning to turn it into. This is going to be a replacement for my primary, I guess you could say, my first NAS 1. So in preparation to do so, I've put in 2 gigabytes of memory. Eventually that will be upgraded, but I'll have to get some more. I've really not got a lot of DDR2 memory, so I'm going to have to get some more. I've added this IDE ribbon cable. This was not there originally. I've also added, to prevent my having to go find slot blanks for this thing, there's an eSATA port there. Maybe you'll be able to see, I don't really know. I don't want to turn the video light on, because I'm sure that's going to sap my battery like crazy, but... oh, it's there. There's eSATA, and then there's a USB down there, which I got plugged into the motherboard. Probably won't use them, but they're there, so if I do at some point want to use them, I can. I don't know if that CMOS battery is any good. This is a video card that I added to it. It came to me... I think I put it away, but it had a PCI Mach 64 in it. Probably could have left that there for a server, but... oh, what's the point? It's got AGP. It's got PCI Express, so I might as well use it. Because I can use that PCI card in something that doesn't have PCI Express or AGP. This is the boot drive, or what's going to be the boot drive. It's a 200 gigabyte Seagate. These two drives here are 250 gigabytes apiece. Seagate and Western Digital. These are going to comprise the RAID, and this is going to be the backup drive. It's another 250 gigabyte Western Digital. I'm not using a hardware RAID card for this, though. This time I'm going to go the software RAID route, because, well, number one, I can, assuming all those SATA ports actually do work. I shouldn't need to use the RAID card, and I could save that RAID card for another project. But you'll notice that none of these are actually hooked up to power. That's because it's got this power supply in it right now. This is an Atbel. What is this? Product description. It's an FS7013. I don't know what it would have come out of. Actually, I do know exactly what it would have come out of. This definitely came out of some kind of a Sun workstation. But this thing is useless. Number one is it's only got a 4-pin power connector, which, although it will work with this board, and it's 4-pin. Sorry, this is an 8-pin. This 8-pin power connector will work with the 4-pin. There's no point in having that. And furthermore, that's PCI Express. It's got one Molex connector here, one Molex connector there, and one serial ATA. That is useless for a PC. At least something like this. So I'm going to pull that out of there. And I got a better power supply that I can put in this thing. Okay, here's the new power supply. SU380. Unfortunately, it's not 80 plus. But again, if I wanted that, I can probably get one. No problem. That said, it's what I've got laying around that's actually decent quality. I think those over there might be 80 plus. But I mean, they're Thermal Master, whatever that means. It's kind of lightweight. It's supposed to be 420 watts. And they weigh less than this, so I don't trust that. Not for a server. So, I'm going to get all this mess hooked up. And I will need to find a Molex to SATA adapter. I think I've got a couple of them laying around. Yeah, there's a couple of them sitting over there. Put one in here. And then we'll have power. Forgot to mention, to install the operating system, I'll temporarily have this hooked up. Apparently not a very good drive, but oh well, good enough for me. Alright, let's go ahead and see if this will work. I've already got it all plugged in. I'm going to try out the USB ports that I just added. So, let's hit the power. I got a green standby LED on the motherboard, which you probably will not be able to see. Let's see. Fire it up. Power LED works. Cool. Good. I'd like to see that. See if it posts. Shouldn't take that long. No, it shouldn't take that long. Okay, just remove the RAM that I added. Yep, that's it. So apparently that, oops, I wanted to go to setup. Oh, crap. I want to go into setup. So it looks like, unfortunately for now, we're going to be stuck with 1 gig of RAM. Told it to go into setup. Always gotta worry itself with these add-on adapters. It just beeped at me again. Please enter setup to recover BIOS settings. What happened? Aha! Well, system time is wrong, so I'm probably going to have to change that CMOS battery. I'll set this somewhat sanely. 1909. Sure. $2019. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get a little closer to this. Alright, SATA 1, 2, 3, and 4. SATA config. IDE is the only option we get. Okay, that sucks. System info, there's your BIOS. Probably has an updated one available, but I'm not going to worry myself with that. 1 gig of RAM, which sucks. 2.4 gigahertz Core 2 Quad, Q6600. A lot of people will talk trash about that CPU and say it's not very good, but I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. It's jumper free. So of course we could do some overclocking if we so desired. AI net. Atheros post check LAN. No, I don't need to worry about that. USB. EHCI. Port 6460. I'm going to ignore that. Legacy USB support. CPU config. I'm going to leave that alone. Actually, hold on a second. Execute, disable, speed step. All that should be on. Chipset. Ooh. Alright, so we'll leave that alone. Onboard devices. HD audio. No, we don't need the sound. I'll go ahead and I'll just turn that off. Marvell IDE. Oh, that's not good. It's using an outboard IDE controller. Why am I not surprised by that? These Asus motherboards seem to do that a lot. PCI PNP. Plug and play OS. Well, I'll leave it alone. Alright, power-wise. APM. Store on AC power loss to power on. I like that because it means I can flick the switch on the back or flick the power bar that it's plugged into and then flick it back on and it'll come back up. Makes it easy. Temperatures look okay. Chassis fan speed is not applicable. So yeah, here is Marvell 88SE61 initializing. And it'll tell me that I'm sure it will tell me there's no drives present, even though there's 2 drives on it. Yeah. No drives present, which is completely wrong. What's this going to try and boot into now? Reboot and select proper boot device. Well, we'll see what we can do here. Okay, well, that deteriorated quickly. So, it's pretty obvious to me, I've been down this road enough times to know that this is a complete waste of time. Like all Asus motherboards, this one's got a problem. And the problem seems to be that the IDE controller is completely broken. This isn't the only Asus motherboard I've got that uses an external IDE controller where the external controller is completely broken. If you remember that P5, I think it's P5 GD1 VM that came out of that Northern Micro Spirit. Yeah, that one's got the same problem. Different manufacturer, that one's ITE, this one is Marvell, but they both don't work. Don't know what's wrong with this one, don't really care. So the solution to the problem, which is more of a band-aid than anything else, but, well, gotta do what you gotta do. I'm going to grab a serial ATA optical drive and a serial ATA hard drive that I'm going to use to boot from. I've said it once, I'm going to say it again, and somebody's probably going to get offended by the way that I'm going to say it, but I don't care, because life is too short to be playing around with shit. So I'm not going to. Alright, so let's pull this crap out of here, and I'm going to get this thing working, hopefully properly. Okay, I've reached the point where now I don't have anything else I can try, and the machine's still not working, so that's it for the video. Good night. We'll revisit this when it decides it wants to actually start working properly.